to cover up the inaction that the Liberals have taken in response to serious interference by Beijing. They would like to whitewash and hide from this committee material evidence and provide a production that leads to redactions like this or this. Or how about this? This. Here's liberal transparency. Another page?
Here's some more.
Or how about, here's some more liberal transparency for you. Another blank page. Another blank page here.
I'm sensing a trend.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
Page there. Yeah, that's the transparency.
Mr. Cooper.
Point of order.
Yes, Mr. Turnbull.
I just wanted a point of clarification. Mr. Cooper is holding up some pages. I believe that's a prop. I'm not sure, but maybe you could clarify for us whether you're allowed to hold up props in committee proceedings.
Mr. Turnbull, it's interesting that you would ask that because I hear some commentary and perhaps people who'd like to be chair in the future, but the rules that do run the House actually do help govern committees as well. So we don't do props here. Mr. Cooper, I do believe that we've had somewhat of a productive meeting, and I do believe that there is some agreement as to where this committee can go with the study that you state is important. And I think if we do genuinely want to find that spot, then we should try to land to that spot. So I just would say that, yes, I will provide the floor back to yourself, but I would really like to avoid having called points of order. We are people who are helping to govern a country. This is really serious stuff. So I'm going to pass you back the floor, and I know you know the rules better than most. So with that, Mr. Cooper.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Page after page after page of blank pages in the way of production. That's the kind of production Mr. Fergus envisions with what he has put forward in his amendment. That's completely unacceptable. It doesn't do justice to getting to the bottom of what had happened, but it's par for the course with the Liberals. We have ministers who come before this committee and claim they know nothing. Nothing to see here. Everything was more or less above board. Oh, there was a little bit of interference, maybe. But, the Prime Minister, when he was asked about the latest allegations based upon the Globe and Mail's review of CISA's documents, was to say that there should be a hunting down of people at CISA's. That was what his reaction was. He was more concerned that this story was coming to light than expressing any concern about what happened. And what happened was a sophisticated campaign involving illegal cash donations, involving disinformation, involving collusion with political campaigns, and involving officials, diplomats in Canada.
Point of order. Point of order.
Mr. Julian?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Cooper is filibustering when we should be voting. We have a motion before us. We have an amendment before us. We have 7 minutes left. I call the question. If the Conservatives are legitimately concerned, as we are, by the issue of foreign interference, they shouldn't be filibustering out this meeting. They should be allowing the votes so we can get going on extending the study and calling the witnesses.
I think we can all function, guys. Guys, we can all function. We're all here as elected officials on a Tuesday of a constituency week. opposition members chose to bring us here, so let's get this done. Mr. Cooper, back to you with the floor.
With the greatest of respect to Mr. Julian, I'm speaking to a motion, an amendment to my motion that guts my motion, and explaining the problems with that. I think that's entirely necessary. But I would just ask, given that we are coming up close to 5 o'clock, if we could just suspend briefly for 2 or 3 minutes. We just want to review a few issues with respect to the amendment.
I have somebody else on the speaking list. It's a question, so I'm going to, I appreciate your suggestion. I will get a sense of where the room's at. With that,